Six Images of Transformation, The Recharging Processes, Part 2 of 2 by Luminous Mountain. Inner transformation, as mentioned, is understood as images. Many think of them as metaphors occurring in the mind. This is only partially true, for they can also be direct physical experiences. The macro world is a mirror image of your micro world. You extend a reflection in what you see within. If you are constantly hurt by fire, a fiery process is happening within you. If black crows are always squawking at you, instead of seeing it as bad luck, seek out to understand the strengths and weaknesses of crows. Crows might be part of your new family. Journeying far to return home. Taking a pilgrimage, especially if there's a call within, is a good starting point for inner transformation. But don't behave like a tourist in your sacred travel. You are a pilgrim, hence you need to participate and trust, to expect hardship and commune with the divine. The clip Pilgrim's Way, available in this channel, elaborates more on this. You journey far to find a boon or to seek answers, or as in most sacred travel, to return to your original home with the spiritual family, mostly unseen, but you know their presence within. Your new family members can be animals, plants, or minerals that you've bonded deeply in your journey. It can also be a celestial being or just the spirit of the place. They are your new allies. Individuals most inclined to journey far for transformation are those that have experienced traumatic childhood challenges like alienation, estrangement, or early loss of a parent. These sensitive individuals rarely feel at home as a child, with frequent experience of being an outsider or stranger. When they journey far to a special place, it felt like coming home. Walt Whitman, the 19th century American humanist, expressed it well. Not I, nor anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it by yourself. It is not far, it is within reach. Kinship with animals and trees. As pets and garden lovers can attest, intimacy with animals and plants are always transformative. Can intimacy with the natural world complete us? India's Ramayana tells us that even the exalted Ram needed the help of animal friends to bring back Sita. Besides the devoted Hanuman monkey, vultures, bears, and squirrels came to help. When Gautama recalled his past lives before being a Buddha, he has been a monkey, fish, elephant, horse, and serpent. To learn from these animals, to allow him to teach effectively as a Buddha. The 11th century Saint Francis of Assisi, the patron saint of ecology, was so loved that animals would wait and gather around him to enjoy listening to his constant reminder of God's grandeur. The mystical Carl Jung was famous for getting his patient to draw mandalas. Not known by many, drawing trees were an equally important part of his art therapy too. Do you have a favorite tree? Take time to identify, understand, and revisit her. During challenging periods of your life, sitting below your favorite tree can bring insights for resolution. Surely you've heard of the Buddha being awakened under the Bodhi tree. In fact, many great sages of Hindu, Jain, and Sikh traditions were all awakened while meditating under trees. This pattern became so prevalent that this group of trees, about a dozen or so, are known as the Kalpa Vriksha, wish-fulfilling world trees. All the ficus species of trees are considered sacred. reconciling with the inner enemy. Reconciling with our inner enemy, also known as our shadow or monster, is perhaps the most difficult and elusive aspect of inner transformation. Our inner enemy is the unacceptable part of us we push away, either by judging it as bad or being afraid of it. The mind's deceptive nature will either repress in or project out this monster. What is repressed within will express out later. What is projected to others will be reflected back to us. Either way, these dark shadows don't go away until we come to terms with them. Repressed sadness, for example, is always expressed as difficult or shallow breathing. A child throwing frequent tantrums might be a projected victim of a seemingly poised and calm mother. The first step of managing this intense and elusive inner enemy is to acknowledge it. In order to do so, we have to be able to name it. Remember the tale of the dwarf Rumpelstiltskin? A village girl was forced by her poor father to lie to the king that she was able to turn straw into gold. It was actually a dwarf that helped her in exchange for her precious belongings. But the deal turned bad. The girl who later became a queen has to give away her baby unless she can guess the dwarf's name. The young queen, by sheer will and luck, got to know the name. Upon pronouncing the name, Rumpelstiltskin exploded and disappeared forever. The queen's hidden enemy of guilty lying, expressed as a dwarf, will always be deceptive until named. The inner hidden enemy, when named, weakens it as it has been brought to light. The unconscious now becomes conscious. The shadow disappears as one faces the sun. Here ends the overview of the 6 major images of inner transformation. Many might be wondering if these experiences are equivalent to enlightenment. So much inner work involved. Actually, these transformation experiences constitute only a very many and frequent forms of awakening. The Chinese Chan tradition has a saying, many small ones, a single big one. You got the picture. Now that you know, don't go out overclaiming openly like so many misguided ones, including gurus, do in the marketplace. A flying rooster is not a phoenix. On the other hand, know that inner transformation is a human birthright, a given. It comes if you allow it. Do not underestimate your divine grandeur. Remember the words of Bucky Fuller. There is nothing in a caterpillar that tells you it's going to be a butterfly. If you have gained value from this work, always give others the opportunity to reap this value too. Sharing is caring, and caring brings fortune.